Yo, what is going on today, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. Alright, today we have a video to check out.
The fuck is that?
Alright, today we have a video to check out from SCP Illustrated, or Mr. Illustrated. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. This is what happened to Site-13 Part 8. I think this is the last one, the last part, the finale, the big bang. Without further ado, hope your day is going well, and let's get into this.
Good day everyone, and welcome back to the next part of SCP-1730. We're at the end, folks. This is it. The final showdown is upon us. A thank you to the patrons and members, a quick word from today's sponsor, and we'll get started. SCP fans, you may or may not know, but there is a collection of journals out there filled with the most fascinating secret files on everything, from the monster classification.
Journals, huh? SCP journals, huh? Where is it? Where's the code? Where's the code at? Where's the code at? Whoa, this is different. This one's different. Hold up.
The only guide you will ever need to understand the SCP Foundation. Follow my link and go and get the SCP journals today through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Blackwell's, and more.
Okay, so it's the link in the description of the original video.
The main group leaves the empty stairwell and turns back down the hallway they came through. Passing by the Thresher access hallway again, they turn and begin to climb another staircase. As they reach the top, Irantu pauses. The hallway in front of them is covered ankle high in water. As they begin to move slowly through the water, one of the researchers behind them screams.
What is it?
Just below the surface of the water,
What
pale
is that?
human corpses are visible, appearing to be floating roughly a half meter down.
Do not attempt to look at them. You do not recognize them. Move quickly.
If that ain't a throwback, bro, you do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Come on.
The team hurries from the hallway towards another set of doors at the end, where written on the wall are the words "What happened to Site-13", with the word "what" covered by the word Emerson, and the words "Have we become blasphemous" beneath that. The group proceeds without incident for a short while longer, slowly ascending as safe routes become available. After roughly 8 minutes of travel, the group enters a large mechanical garage, where several pieces of large machinery sit in various states of repair. They pause to secure one of the injured survivors, while Onru attempts to devise a new route. Suddenly, a loud banging sound is heard, and a piece of machinery flies across the room, narrowly missing Ross, who shouts,
Whoa! Fuck! Where'd that come from?
In the corner of the room, a stack of mechanical parts is seen moving, rising up and self-assembling into a quasi-humanoid entity.
Oh no.
Attached to the top of the large mechanical construct is a small, crudely constructed
get
toy
out.
robot. The entity begins to move towards them, and a voice is heard from an unknown source within the entity.
I am reborn to breathe devastation upon this fatted earth. Pitiful humans, you will feel the dark stain of my never-ending torment.
This is annoying. Onru, get these people out. Ross, to me.
I am the herald of your destruction. Embrace death.
Irantu, Ross, Houston, and a Halo open fire on the entity, to little effect. The entity lifts another large piece of equipment and throws it towards the group, missing them wide. A Halo throws a fragmentary grenade at the entity, which it catches in its outstretched hands and grips tightly. The grenade explodes, shattering the creature's hand and causing it to stagger sideways.
How dare you? I will tread upon you like
Onru is seen sprinting towards the entity. As she approaches it, she leaps
That
into
toy
the air,
robot.
sailing over the top of it in a tall arc. As she reaches the top of the arc, she reaches out and grabs the small toy robot on top of the construct, causing it to
Oh
collapse.
wow, so it was the toy robot the whole time, talking all that mess.
As she flips towards the ground, she tosses the robot towards the wall.
No, I am the Harbinger. I am.
The toy robot strikes the wall and is shattered.
Irantu, is that you? We just heard something crashing.
You must be near. Stay where you are. We're en route.
The group moves out of the garage and towards a large atrium section. From around the corner comes Munru and Nanku. Munru appears to have sustained burns to his lower body, but is otherwise undamaged. Nanku is missing the lower half of her jaw, and black fluid covers the front of her bodysuit. She waves with her remaining hand as the group approaches.
You look well.
Admittedly, morale has increased in the group since Nanku found herself unable to talk.
Nanku makes an obscene gesture towards Munru.
This is a cute reunion, but let's get back to this shit. How far are we from the entrance?
This is a main atrium. If we follow this hallway here, it will lead towards a processing station. And past that, we should find access points to the surface.
Exceptional.
From below them there is a loud crashing
yo.
sound and more screaming. The floor beneath the group begins to buckle.
Fuck! Run!
The group flees towards the hallway Munro has identified, but are stopped when the floor there also collapses. A plume of smoke erupts from the destroyed floor, and one researcher slips on the collapsing ground and slides into it. Onru leads the group away from the atrium as the floor there completely collapses. Irantu stops to turn and look down inside the hole. Beneath the hole is an incredibly large chamber, appearing to have been dug through dozens of layers of
Is that a heart, bro?
subterranean floors. Within the chamber are many small lights around the outside, and at the bottom is a massive black mass, with several other large black masses extending from it. As he is pulled away, Irantu sees red eyes open across the entire mass of the creature and hears more screaming. The group flees down a side hallway but are pursued by long black tendrils snaking out of the hole. Ross and Houston open fire on the tendrils, halting them momentarily, but they are quickly replaced by more. Mars is seen slipping on a patch of black liquid and falling, before being consumed by the ends of one of the tendrils. There are the sounds of metal crashing and rock and concrete being crushed as the structure around them heaves violently. Black leeches begin to pour out of the walls around them, and Nanku opens her flamethrower at them. They round a corner to find a dead end, and turning back are confronted with another black tendril that has burst through a hole in the wall.
Onru, we need a way out.
I'm having difficulty.
Wait! I have an idea. I think I know where we are. I have an idea. Come on, you fuckers! We're not dying here!
The group follows Hollis towards a descending stairwell and move quickly down it. Hollis tosses an incendiary grenade towards the encroaching tendrils and slams the door shut behind her as it explodes. The screams from below them intensify as they descend, and the stairwell begins to shake. Holes in the stairwell open and more leeches begin to pour out of them. All task force members open fire as long tendrils snake through the holes as well. Upon reaching a landing, Hollis motions the group towards the door.
Here! In here! Go, go, go!
The group enters a hallway and sprints towards the other end. As they do, they pass a sign on the wall that reads "Stairs to Cryonics." The group exits the hallway into a large observation section, passing many large windows with blast protectors down across them. The team stops in front of one window, overlooking a massive chamber lined with huge steel doors. Overhead are the words "Olympia-class testing observation."
Hollis, what do you have in mind?
Call it a hunch. We need to get downstairs. Come on.
The group runs towards the stairwell at the end of the room and quickly descend to the main level of the wing. As they exit onto the floor of the Olympia-class containment chamber, the wall behind them begins to buckle, and leeches begin to pour out of it.
Pink Ranger, that panel over there. You need to get that door open.
What?
I said open the goddamn door! Hurry! What the fuck are you waiting for? Go!
Onru runs towards a control panel near one of the tall steel doors. The wall behind them continues to buckle.
Monroe, that one. Get that one open too.
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone else, listen to me. You civilians need to get to the far end of this room. As far as it goes, just keep running. There's an access point to the power station above this part of the facility. You need to just keep climbing until you get there. Once you're there, you need to blow a wall. That'll get you out. But you need to hurry. Shit is about to pop off in a pretty major way down here. Ross, you and your boys just fire at anything that comes out of that wall. I'll tell you when we can go. Irantu, you stay with me. This is gonna get pretty messy.
Understood.
All right. Fucking go, come on!
The group flees down the main pathway through the chamber away from the buckling wall. Behind them, the wall finally gives way and
the scale of that creature, bro.
a gargantuan black slick entity pours into the chamber. It is at least 200 meters in height, covered in black tendrils and dark red eyes. When it sees the group, it opens a massive mouth full of rows of long yellow teeth. In the center of the mouth, a naked human woman is visibly conjoined in some way to a sort of prehensile tongue with the creature. As it opens its mouth, it lets out a piercing scream and begins to move towards the group. Every available task force member opens fire on the creature, emptying their remaining magazines and throwing every possible incendiary weapon towards it. The creature is deterred slightly, but for every place it is pierced by weapon fire, black fluid and more black leeches begin to pour out of its body. Several long tendrils begin to snake towards the group of task
Can they blind it? Can they blind it?
force members.
I have it, Captain Hollis.
Come on then, girl, throw the fucking thing!
Onru steps away from the control panel and runs back towards the group in the middle of the chamber, as a loud groaning is heard behind her. The rest of the team sees the huge metal doors begin to slide open. A thick cloud of ice-cold fog rolls out of the chamber, obscuring the interior from view.
What's in there?
Monroe, you got yours?
Hang on. Yeah, I think that'll do.
Suddenly, the door behind Munro begins to glow bright red, then white, and then the center of it buckles and the door collapses. As Munro hurries away, a colossal, motionless...
Is that the gate guardian? What is the gate guardian doing here?
flaming humanoid entity floats out of the chamber. In its unmoving hands is a huge sword. As it exits the collapsed doorway, enormous flaming wings unfurl from its back. The black creature screams, and its tendrils begin to lash at this creature. As the tendrils come close, long streaks of fire erupt from the sword towards them, rupturing them and sending black fluid and scorched leeches flying across the room. The massive black creature screams, and dozens of other tendrils fly towards the flaming humanoid. As the two engage, there is another sound, like a long whining, and then suddenly the room is silent.
Is that the what the freak are these?
From within the cold, foggy room, a towering, vaguely servine creature steps out into the main chamber. It is composed of a body covered in light green and cream.
What is that doing here?
A long, thin neck ending in a hairless, somewhat humanoid face, and vast, intertwined white and black antlers that pulse with streaks of blue light. Floating above its head are 9 concentric rings of glowing, rotating crystals and metallic spheres. The creature slowly steps out of the containment cell and turns to look at the team on the ground below. It opens its mouth and a long droning sound is heard throughout the room. Around its body, several large metallic cylindrical structures appear, followed by a distinct cracking sound. It begins to step towards the team of task force members, but is struck from behind by 3 black tendrils that wrap around its neck. The creature lets out another drone, and suddenly the sound returns to the chamber as long streaks of fire arc across the space. The cylindrical constructs turn lengthways and speed across the room towards the black creature, striking it in its central mass. From all around the servine entity, more and more metallic spheres appear to fly towards both the black creature and the flaming humanoid, which in turn begin to attack each other.
Fucking yes! Go get him, big guy! Time to fucking go, kids, let's
They're
go!
crazy, bro.
The team begins to sprint after the group of civilians towards the far wall as jets of fire strike the ground around them. Nanku catches the end of a dismembered black tendril in the shoulder, throwing her off balance. She falls to the ground, firing openly with her weapon as she is engulfed in fire. Houston pauses briefly to turn towards her, but is grabbed by
The deer, bro, the deer. The name finally came back to me, bro. What the heck?
We do not have time!
As they near the group of survivors, all of whom are huddled near an exit door at the end of the chamber, there is a crashing sound, and they turn to see the servine entity standing up from where it had been thrown across the room. The black creature whips at it as more metallic spheres appear and arc back towards it. There is an eruption of fire as the flaming humanoid is struck by another several tendrils, which try to pull the humanoid towards the mouth of the black entity. The team reaches the survivors and quickly exit through the door. The group begins to quickly ascend the staircase within.
Alright, just like I said, up! We need to go up, over the...
A long, thin metallic cylinder crashes through the wall of the stairwell, narrowly missing one of the researchers and Dr. Scott. A second cylinder comes through the wall, striking Irantu and obliterating him as it contacts the wall behind him. As the group continues to ascend, fire fills the stairwell below them, and another long, loud droning sound can be heard, followed by silence, and then followed by a thick, bursting sound that shakes the entire facility. The group reaches a landing and begins to move towards another staircase at the end of the hall.
It's like the site itself is alive, bro.
Hollis hangs behind.
What are you doing?
Giving you some more time. And something else, I think. Get these people out of here, go!
I can stay behind, Hollis. Your life is finite.
Yeah, I get the spiel, Power Ranger, but right now you need to get these people out of here. Let me do my thing, alright? Catch up with you later.
I understand. Good looking out, Hollis.
You almost sounded like a person there for a second, Monroe.
Hollis runs away from the group. Munro catches up to the rest of the group, who reach another staircase and begin to ascend. For the next 10 minutes, the group continues to ascend through the facility, several times narrowly avoiding debris and falling rubble as the lower levels of the site begin to collapse. The sounds of the entities below continue to be heard, and several times the creatures become visible through large gaps in the walls and floor. At one point, Ross catches sight of the unmoving, flaming humanoid nearly completely covered in metal as long streaks of fire burst through open seams in its encasement. Shortly afterwards, there is a 2-minute break in all video footage, followed by a shot of the head of the servine creature smashing through a wall in front of the group. As they turn to run away from it, the head turns towards them, and 2 researchers are instantly transmuted into hexagonal coins of an unknown yellow-green material. After a short time longer, Ross begins to pick up a signal from Site Command.
Team lead, this is Site Command. Do you read us?
East side.
Holy fuck! Yes! Yeah, I do. Do you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
We do. You have appeared on our geolocating systems. Ross, you're not far from the exit. Where is Captain Hollis and Arantu?
Irantu is dead. Hollis, she ran off a while back. We haven't seen her since then.
Understood. What about the rest?
We've suffered some casualties. Fuck. We've lost a few of the civilians and Vigo and a few others. It's really bad in here right now. Command, we're gonna need all the help we can get. Onru, where's Onru?
She was behind us.
She was behind us, bro. What?
Where is she?
Don't worry about that now.
Oh, man.
We're marking an extraction point on your visor. The extraction team is waiting for you there. We're going to get you all out.
The group hurries towards the extraction
What, all 2 of them? You're gonna get all 2 of them out of there?
point as the site continues to collapse around them. Above ground, aerial surveillance captures footage of large sections of the site sliding into the ground and smoke beginning to billow from the power station and nearby mechanical facilities. Jets of flame become visible as the earth beneath SCP-1730 begins to give way. Mobile Task Force Alpha 20 Holy Divers enters the site near the crumbling power station. The group of survivors comes into view and are immediately moved towards the access point and then away from the site by members of MTF-A20. As the rest of the task force members are pulled away from the site, a separate transmission reaches Site Command originating from Onru. Onru and Hollis are standing in front of the Thresher device, which roars with activity behind them. They are firing their weapons at an encroaching black mass in front of them, which is punctured by streaks of fire. In the background, the Servine entity can be seen tearing through black tendrils with its antlers as long rods of flaming metal streak across the room towards the black entity. Hollis turns towards the camera and is visibly laughing, firing her weapon openly. The hum of the machine behind them grows noticeably louder, eventually overtaking all other sounds in the room. Streaks of electricity arc across the ceiling above them. She smiles and turns towards Onru, who looks down to find her torso has been destroyed by a jet of flame. As Onru slumps to the side, the last shot is of Hollis, laughing hysterically and wildly firing her weapon as the enormous machine behind her begins to glow bright white. There is a flash, and the transmission ends. Outside, as MTF-A20 continues to move 1730 researchers and personnel to safety, there is a deafening crackling sound, and a loud hum fills the air. The area around the site begins to visibly distort, as if seen through water, and then suddenly SCP-1730 is gone. In its place is an immense crater, over 1 kilometer in diameter. No other transmissions are received from within the site. No other anomalous activity is detected. End log. Check out this video for another great story. If you made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. There will be one more part in the SCP-1730 series coming out later this year. Big up the patrons and members, and special thanks go to Bobbing, Sigurus, Techno Ninja.
Jeez, bro. This one has been a doozy for sure. Golly, what happened to Onru? She was behind me. The freaking deer, bro, and the gate guardian. What are they doing there? What are they doing there? Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. The link to the original will be down in the description below. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.